Hey, good morning. Hey, Mr. Landfill, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. If you're still in here, I had to go get my coffee. So welcome to Mr. Landfill. Anyone in here, anyone watching in replay? Hopefully you can hear me okay. This is another one of my random live streams that are going to be happening quite often. Just me doing some in real life stuff. Get some watch hours up there, to be honest. Doing good, awesome, good, I'm glad. So this morning, I am having some internal issues. That happens a lot. That's kind of what prevents me from going live a lot like this, but I'm just going to try and work around that. So I won't be live too long this morning, and we're just going to do some kind of random backyard stuff. It's pretty overcast here today. How's the weather where you're at there, Mr. Landfill? See, today it's pretty overcast today. I don't know. It's actually good work done in building. I was hoping to be doing that. But there's a lot that needs to be done inside today. And so it's important that I make sure that gets done too. So we'll do a few things out here and then I will go in and do that. We're not going to show that. A little bit rain. I hope it's supposed to start raining here today. I hope so. Yep. So today I am going to be picking cayenne peppers. We're going to be making more chili ristras probably this weekend. So you see some peppers? Is that what you see? The chili ristra? Yeah. Cayenne peppers. We have lots of cayennes. You'll see. I'll walk around. I'll be picking cayenne peppers here. And doing a few little chores before I hop off. But let's see. We'll come over here. Right back there. And there's some good jalapenos here too, but I'm not collecting those right now. But we got all... I should get the clippers. I'm going to go grab my clippers. All these wonderful cayennes. Got lots of them. And those bushes out over by the chicken coop has way more. I'm going to go grab my clippers real quick. I'll be right back. The ones hanging. You hear the chicken? Sounds like he's being choked. He has a no-crow collar on. Yeah, so this year, one of the ways I'm going to preserve my peppers, because we have so many of these cayennes, and I really like them dried for the most part anyways. So do a lot of crushed ones, but I'm going to do a lot of these little chili ristras just because I think they're neat, and hang them around and then pull them off and eat them as I need them. And let me go grab my clippers. People were asking about you, Mr. Landfill, yesterday. The collar has failed, yeah. So I give this collar, when I kind of reviewed it yesterday, but it's the little Velcro no crow collars, and they don't have great reviews, but I figured I'd give it a try. And my review is it gives it about a 30% reduction on his crowing, which is fine. I'll take it. It's something. It lowers the volume a little bit. It's very uncomfortable for him, so he won't go quite as long. He'll crow for a little bit and then he'll stop. And throughout the day, he gets tired of doing it. He goes less and less. So I don't know if it's a complete failure. I think of it as a little help, a little boost in keeping him a little bit quiet. But he'll crow now. He'll crow when the ladies start laying at around 10:30 or so, and then he does it in the afternoon too. But yep. Whoever's in here, good morning. So many of these cayenne peppers. And when I'm harvesting them, I'm wanting to make sure I leave the cap on, or a good portion of it at least, so that when I make these little chili ristras here, I can do that easily. A lot of times these peppers just pop off, but a lot of my cayennes actually, they must be a hybrid or something. They point up, and so it makes them harder to pull off. I can make that rooster be quiet if he gets too annoying. Just go give him a little spritz. So the silky rooster is very quiet. That one doesn't like to crow very much, but the other one does. So it's supposed to rain today. So today, my outside stuff, I decided not to be doing the building. I'm just going to be running around doing some harvesting out here and just kind of some yard. We just get a huge harvest. Cayenne pepper is really, really good for you. It's one of my favorite peppers for sure. Lots of them. And then it's good for the birds too. Crushed red pepper will help keep them from getting worms and stuff. So, hey, cool. Got 5 y'all in here. A couple thumbs up. Thank you. Today's content isn't my normal. I try and fill it with, some DIY or some different things. Today's just follow me around. Oh, this coffee's good. All right, we're gonna head out to the next cayenne pepper plant. My wife says it sounds like he's crowing while he's being choked. All right, let's see. There's a couple cayenne peppers in that other area over there, but I think we'll just go here first. I know I may get bugs in my coffee, so take a few more drinks. All right, let's make. They're out there crowing. Look at these bushes. Oops. Yeah, I'll take the camera off. Sorry. Take everyone for a spinning ride. Hopefully I'll get better at moving the camera around while I'm doing this. There we go. Don't turn it off, Matt. All right. Look at all of these peppers growing outside the quail shack here. I wish I could zoom out. That's okay. So these bushes we're going to be picking from now. I'm going to go make this rooster be quiet real quick. No more of you. Calm down. He probably will still crow as soon as I walk away, just to be a jerk. Up till now, all your battery boxes have been based on lead acid batteries. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Lithium ion batteries now, and just placed in order for some solar charge controllers. Hey, yeah, specific. That's important. That's awesome. So mine are the sealed lead acid out here too. My indoor ones, or two, I guess, that I have, are the lithium ion, and so that's definitely what I want to go towards. They're a lot lighter. This one I thought about switching them out, but out here I did decide to keep the lead acid battery just because of temperature changes and all that out here. Also theft and stuff, but the lithium batteries have actually come a really long ways, and they're great, good batteries. And then you got to get the specific charge controllers. Yeah. One of the things I was considering working on today, but I don't have the time, so I didn't stop, was putting the solar over there on the new silky coop. So I got to install 2 panels up there, and it's a canvas roof, so a canvas tarp. So I'm going to build a little thing that kind of goes up and over it, so I don't have to screw through it. All right. Let's get these peppers. That's cool though, Mr. Landfill. It's always exciting when you start getting that stuff going. Self-reliant projects are the best. Self-reliance, where you can know it's going to benefit you. Right. There's a lot of them. So the ones that aren't quite ready or are a little small, I'm going to leave. And all these plants this year, pepper plants, are not annuals, although most people think they are, and they treat them like that. So these ones I'm going to dig up this year and put in pots. We'll cut 3/4 of the plant off the top, clean off the roots, and put them in new soil and pots. And those are going to go in the unheated greenhouse throughout the winter. And so hopefully next year that will give us that real big head start on our pepper plants. We won't have to wait for them to get big. We'll be able to start collecting right away. So coming up here this week, we got some big things coming up. So first of all, starting tonight through Wednesday, is get off work. I have to work, so just be doing what I can. But as far as live streaming goes, the next Tuesday and Wednesday, I guess, the next 2 days here, I'll pop on, I believe, to blow my shofar and read a couple verses and things, but that's about it. And then Thursday, I plan to be back on with a little bit longer of a kind of one of these, and we'll be working on in the silky coop, and I'll be working on with the actuator on getting the feed to go up and down, so that way we don't get pests in it. Everyone's pretty quiet when it's real overcast like this and it's real quiet outside. It reminds me of being in a snow globe. The animals are kind of quiet. You can kind of feel that. Doesn't look real overcast from where the camera is. All behind me is. Don't forget, especially if you live in the north, now's the time to get winter items swapped into your car kit. Hey, that's great. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Landfill. I like to bring that up. I'm glad you did. Try and bring that up every year. Yeah, so those, if you keep things in your car for preparedness, which I hope y'all keep some stuff at least. But in the winter, there are things you need to move out. You need to keep inside. You kind of, then there's things you need to move in the car, like Mr. Landfill's saying, be ready for storms and stuff. If you have things though that have components in them that can freeze in like bug out bags or car bags and stuff, it's good to bring those inside in the winter so those aren't busting. You know, some of your water filters and things, if they might have a little bit of water in them and stuff. You don't want to leave those out there. At the time of year to start thinking in that direction. You know, switching out the clothes, the seasonal clothes and bags and things. Even though I don't live in the north, here on the high desert, our temperature swings go from, like, right now I think it's high 40s, low 50s at night, up into the 90s in the day. And so it gets cold at night here. And we do get some weather, believe it or not. My son, this is the first year he's driving. And so we're going to put together a kit for him in his car. Maybe we could do that together on stream. That'd be neat. I'm going to be live streaming a whole lot more than I have as I'm switching up my format a little bit here. The next 3 months I have some different goals. So the format will be a little bit different. Man, there are so many of these peppers. I'll show you here in a minute. The quail are starting to go out in there. I haven't fed them yet. They have food, but I haven't fed them. All right, and I have a couple other plants we'll have to get at too. So I definitely have enough in here to make a couple chili ristras. This spot here gets sun all day long. All day, all afternoon, it gets a lot of sun. And these pepper plants love it. So I'll be out here again, picking a lot of these. Man, there is a lot. All right, I could get a few more on here. And there's a lot of animal ones already I can see. But I think I'm going to have to harvest again tomorrow, so we'll just come out tomorrow. Look at fly my drink. Look at all these, though. Can we see? Let's see. I don't know if we can see. There we go. Oh, these peppers. Oh. I don't know. There's a couple handfuls, but yeah, lots and lots of cayenne peppers. All right, we'll put those inside. I'll check my trusty Casio F91W here. It's 9:20, so doing good on time. I'm gonna go put this pouch inside so I don't forget, and be right back. Nice pouch. Yeah, I'll have to list where I got it. Well, I got it on Amazon, but I'll have to list the link. I like it a lot, so it's a little, let's see. Wish this live stream thing would let me zoom out on my camera. So it just goes on my belt there. There we go. It's a foraging pouch. And it folds all out like that. It clips on the belt, and then when it's empty, it rolls up, and it rolls all up into the little piece there. Real nice pouch. Comes in handy. Definitely does. So let me go run these inside. Yeah, getting burnout. Yeah, you got it, Mr. Landfill. I am too, actually. Even some of the things I think I should be listening to and paying attention, I will later, but it's just too much right now. And so that's, I'm right there with you. So yeah, we'll be distracted a little bit together. Yeah, it gets to be too much. And I have to remind myself a lot. I'm not going to talk about it a lot because I don't really want to get into it, but I have to remind myself a lot that there's a lot of stuff out there that's just out of my control. So I need to not worry about what I can't do anything about. Yes, sir. Okay. So we're going to move on to our next task here. I still have a little bit of watering to do, but I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. Let's head over here. I was going to pick up because it's going to rain. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go get a big trash bag. And so it's an urban area. We get a lot of wind and blows a lot of trash in. And then I have a lot of my construction junk around. Yesterday, for anyone that was on, I was trying to get this done on stream. And so we got that. I just got that finished up. Still need to linseed oil the top, but we're not going to do that because it's going to rain. Out of here, you. Okay, spinning everyone around. There we go. All right, Mr. Landfill, watch. I'll show you this real quick. Okay. It's hard to get the camera back far enough. All right, so in here, this is a little loft area, I guess. There's 2 of these in this build. I was trying to plan this out, so I got junk laying around everywhere. I don't know how much actual work I'm going to get done today. So these are these little lofts I'm building. Up top here is going to hold the water tank, and that will gravity feed down. And so it's strong enough, you can see, no problems. So I'm also actually going to use one of my actuators that I have that's extra. It's a 200-pound actuator with a 10-inch stroke on it. So I'm going to hang that from here and rig that up so that it's going to raise and lower their feed band. Excuse me. And all that's going to do is pick it up off the ground 10 inches. I'm hoping that's going to keep rodents away from it. We'll see. Hey, Verna, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, I'm not doing a lot today. We're just kind of mulling around. And I'm about ready to go grab a trash bag and just do a little bit of cleanup here. It's supposed to rain later today, and I'm not feeling great, so I'm not going to be doing anything big. I'm going to put my phone probably not directly in the sun. Yes, we'll put it back over here. I'll try not to make you dizzy, Verna. Yes, I'll put it back in here. I'll just push it out so it's not right in the sun. There's the silkies. I feel like I'm coming down with something, Verna. I'm not feeling good today at all, actually. I'm behind on chores and things, and I was planning on getting out here and using this overcast day to do some building and all. And I don't know if I'm coming down with something or not, but yeah, I'm not feeling great. So today's stream isn't going to be too long, and I'm just going to kind of be picking up a few things and giving a little bit of chat. I want to be on every day. That's my goal, for at least half an hour. Now, these next 2 days are a little bit of an exception. It's the Feast of Trumpets, so I'll be on just shortly to talk about that. But I have lots of it, Verna. You know what? I got to go inside to grab a trash bag. I'm going to grab that garlic honey, too, and we'll have a little bit of that. So y'all sit tight. You can hang out and look at the mess and the chickens. And probably hear neighbors. I'll be right back. The Silkies think I have something for them. Not for you guys, sorry. It's funny, because when I come out, they come running at me wanting treats. When Jen comes out, they try to attack her. Yeah, I do. Well, kind of congested, sorry. I do forget the cures I make for times like this. So I don't take things really. I don't take like Advil and Tylenol when I get sick. I don't really think of it. I just kind of stick it out. So even with my homemade cures and remedies and things, I still forget to take stuff. I take it more often when I'm healthy, and I haven't made the fire starter yet. Jen keeps getting on me too about that. I really gotta get that done. I gotta find some fresh turmeric here. It's kind of hard to find. Got stuck. Look at all that. So let's get one of these cloves, a little bit of honey. That fire starter would be great right now. It's not for you guys. Oh. See this one poofing out? She's broody and she's trying to hatch out some eggs. She's getting in fights with everyone. Usually it's just the rooster. So she's out. She'll come running out like that, chase everyone off, eat as much as she can, and get some drinks, and then run right back to her eggs. She does that every morning. I'm letting her sit on the eggs. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, I can just use the powder. My ginger's doing great, though, that I got growing. All right, I got to stay. I'm on today until 10. And then I got to go inside, and I got to get some cleaning done in there, and I'm not taking y'all with me for that. You just don't need as much of the powdered. Maybe I'm just going to have to do that because it's getting overcast and all. If I'm feeling down today, I know the family, usually I'll get feeling kind of yucky, and then the family gets hit a week or two later, and they usually get it a lot harder than I do. So maybe I'll get some of that made up. I really wish I have some of that Mullen, but that's all right. I had some winds the other night, blew a lot of my trash around, and then I just have junk I set around anyways. So I'm going to be picking stuff up and moving it around on y'all. These are great. This is what I like to drink the instant coffee, the freeze-dried coffee. And I save the containers. These are from Folgers. But these are excellent for putting in like scratch grains or things like that. And I keep a bunch of these in the little boxes by the chicken coops and stuff. And that way when it's rainy or bad weather or I'm not feeling good or something, I don't even have to get in the bins to get the feed. I can just grab one of these and throw it in there. And yeah, I'm still very aware of it in the winter. I'm even more aware of the water supply that I have, extra water for the birds and stuff. You think in the summer I should be more aware of that, but I do in the winter because I have to, things freeze and all that, and the hose freezes, and it can be a pain to get out and make sure the birds have what they need before I got to get to work or something like that. And I want to make sure that they always have water and stuff on hand. So I do keep water in those milk carton containers in the quail shack and the greenhouse and places where they won't quite freeze. And that way I know I can grab those and I don't have to worry about melting the hose and all that in the morning. You work in a business that is in a house from the 1940s. How cool. You live in a house from the 20s though. And yeah, because of mice. That was really cool. I love being in old houses like that or old places. I think it's just really neat. But one of the things we do have here is mice for sure. I haven't had them in the house yet, but they are back here. So we put things in bins too. Old houses are really cool, but they do come with their set of problems, huh? Well, and the houses where you're at are even different. I mean, they build a lot different out there. So that's pretty cool. Maybe I can hang this on something. Let's see. Oh, these quail are going nuts. You guys out of food or what? No, you have food. And water. They're just bouncing around in there. Ooh, that's heavy. I won't be able to pull that out. One of the things I do, because it doesn't rain enough, that I really wish I didn't, I tend to bring trash cans out here, and I'll start putting trash and things in them, and I leave them out, and then it does rain, and they fill up and become a nasty mess I have to deal with. So hopefully we'll avoid a little bit of that this time. I did want to not come on for and be honest. I'm not feeling good, and I have a tendency to do that anyways. But I'm trying to break that habit. My goal for the next 3 months, one of them, is to try and get myself monetized now. So I'm trying to up watch hours. That's why I'm coming on a lot like this, and will be. So I need to make myself, even if I'm not feeling good, and even if it's just for half an hour a day, with the exception of the next 2 days here, some of the feasts and things. But so over the next, probably till now to the end of the year, so the next couple months, my goal is to come on every day or every other day. My goal is to be on a lot, and at least half an hour a day. So 8 or 9 homes out of 10 in your area have basements. I am jealous. Yes. So they really don't do there's a few houses out here that have basements and things, but they don't do them out here a lot. And I complain to my wife all the time, mostly because of the plumbing. If here, what they do is they lay the concrete slab and run the plumbing all through it. And if you have an issue with it at all, you have a serious problem. You got to dig up the foundation, the slab. Whereas with a basement or a crawl space, you just get under there and deal with it. I know that has its own problems, but it really frustrates me how they build out here. Casey, I have. He's working on it. He has been recording. The camera stand here is actually set up because he had it going. He is like me, and he loses focus quite a bit, and so that can become an issue with school sometimes. And so then he has to slow down and work on his schoolwork. So that's why it hasn't been uploaded yet or edited. He's recorded a lot of it, but I'm letting him he wants to do his own editing and all that. So I'll tell him that. I'll tell him y'all are waiting. I'll be right back. Casey made. He does what I do. He's a lot like me, and he does it and he films it, and then he doesn't like how it came out or how something worked, and he redoes it or wants to refilm it, and then and so he made tortillas actually from scratch in his room, which is really cool. And they didn't have the brown spots on them because this little skillet doesn't heat up quite as hot as it should, but they still cook it fine and taste fine. And so he was frustrated with that they didn't have those tortilla spots. And so he wants to refilm it, but I told him, let's just edit it. So we'll see. But he made homemade tortillas, and then he's going to do a second part to that where he makes fajitas, basically, with vegetables and things here from the garden. And so, yeah, that's what he's got going on now. Just don't tell. He's funny, though. He has little storyboards he's drawn up, and so before we moved in here, this property, it was all dirt back here. It was tumbleweeds that had stems like this thick. I had to burn out and cut out with the saw all throughout this yard. It was kind of used just as a dump, to be honest. All the construction material, there was a lot of carpet and things like that thrown out here. Ton of glass, ton of glass. The years we've been here, was it 7 years or so, I've been picking carpet and glass out of the sand. Where the gardens are, we've gotten that all cleaned up and brought in new soil and done all that. This was kind of the last area, is this corner here where I'm building now. And so I am digging it all down, and I've been pulling all that out as I've been working here. And then I'm going to build it up about 8 to 10 inches with other sand and soil I bring in. So, and some sod. That's the plan. But it is a pain. Whoever gets this property after us is going to have a lot of that work done. Definitely going to leave it, the soil a lot better than it was. I'll tell him, Vern, well, I tell him that all the time, but I'll tell him you say so too. He's a funny guy. He really enjoys doing it. He also has his phone and his electronics and all that, his internet and everything. It has timers that my wife can control, so that he only gets so much time on different apps per day or per however long. And so he has to utilize that. He has to plan and utilize that well for the things he wants to do too. I am adding value. I am, yes. And my goal is always I want to leave things better, hopefully. And whoever moves in here after us may not want chickens or any of this and just let everything die and use it as sheds and stuff. But I want to leave it with they'll have an opportunity at least to do some of these things that I think are important. Hopefully they do. All right. So I'm just picking up trash and stuff. That's what I'm doing. Little pieces. See, look, there's just glass all throughout. And it's not sharp because it's been here for years and years and years, and the sand has worn it all down. So it's, like desert glass, I guess. Not good though. I'm mostly finding it in here. I've gotten everything out over there, but in where I'm at now, I'm digging down some in order to get it out. So that's what's going on. Make sure I got about 18 minutes here. And then I got to go inside. I got to do laundry and dishes and do all those things. It's starting to... my wife does them every day pretty much. And I do too, but with the kids and sports and all that, it builds up. It's a never-ending cycle. I want to make sure I help out and do my part when I can too. It's too much for one person to do all. So it's easy for me to get caught up in doing things I enjoy and being out here with the animals and building. I don't like being inside at all. It's difficult to get me indoors. But I got to remember I need to do that and help out there as well. I'm going to go put these in my shed. I'll be right back. See if there's anything else I need to take to the shed. I'm going. We'll take this. Oh, that's where that went. I was looking for that. Actually, I'll leave the mic here because I know it cuts out when I go that far. So y'all can hear the chickens. I was going to blow in the mic because it's all dusty. I'm glad I didn't do that. Yes, it is less favorite. So I got to remind myself it's important to do that. This is some wood pieces I have from a shelf inside I removed. We had to take out some shelves in the pantry for some other things. So I had removed those, and then I just rebuilt this. And I'm making this into the little door. And it'll go down here for the chickens to let them in and out. All right. This is another hook. This is what I use to attach the canvas roof. And this is the missing one for over here. Because I don't have this on, this thing pools water right here behind this board, and it's removed some of the wax on the coating. So because I didn't install this, and when I should have, and I put it off and haven't done it, now I have to get up there and put wax on the canvas tarp. So this is a piece of insulation. This is what I use to stick in the windows in the quail shack, in the upper windows in the winter, to keep it insulated. I only show you that because what I'm doing in here is kind of similar, a little different. Let's see. There we go. So you can see these windows over here. So these ones aren't operational on this panel. So this is the panel, and then these are, that comes out, and then these are the windows. They're just in there. I have left space behind it, the 2-inch space all the way around, and I'm going to build some other frames, some 2-inch frames like this, and I'm either going to put the old greenhouse plastic when I replace that in it, or I might use insulation. More than likely I'll use the greenhouse plastic, but that's going to be to help insulate in here. I have it on the inside so they don't blow off over the wall and stuff. If the wind does blow them off, they'll blow in here. And then I'll just put a couple screws in to hold them in place. So those are going to be winter panels, and they will store up here on this other little loft area. Hey, CDB, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Nothing major going on today, just talking. So I am going to be, we're going to do an hour today. My goal's half an hour a day, but so we got 12 minutes here. We'll be streaming today. Thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate it all. You give a thumbs up if you haven't. It does help out. So my goal on these random kind of just chore streams is watch hours. I want to be 100% honest, as well as, you know, fellowship. I enjoy talking to y'all. And there's other added benefits. I'm trying to build up my discipline to take YouTube a little more seriously, as that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah. Let's come over here. So I need to put all this stuff in the shed. It's supposed to storm tonight, and I don't want that blowing around. So I'm going to tell you something. These little screw boxes are great. I have a bad habit of leaving them laying around, and then they blow off, and then I spend the next 20 minutes of the next day picking up screws out of the sand. So today, I'm going to get them in the shed. Using a lot of screws on this build. Normally I wouldn't do that just because of the cost, because that does cost quite a bit more. But this build's coming with me, so it's something that's going to last. And then by using screws instead of staples, that gives me the ability to upgrade or, you know, adjust, rebuild, and all that. So this is an investment for me. Take these over to the shed. Take as much as I can in that one trip. One of the chickens has figured out. One of the chickens has figured out how to escape. All right. Like, these are cool. So these are some metal corners we got got from something that came in the mail. I guess they're just trash, but they're really good, strong metal. That's expensive right now. So I was excited to get these. I'm going to use these to help on my feed lift here. I guess the microphone's going to come with me this time. Let's look at the neighbors smaller. Starting to wake up anyways. I can hear them out and about. At about 6 minutes, there was something I wanted to do. I don't think I have time. We'll have to wait. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have to come back for my honey. Ooh, spinning around. Let's go back to the greenhouse. I got a few things I got to do out here before I start indoor chores. So let's go back over here. There we go. Back to where we started. Whew, it's starting to get hot. I am getting sweaty. Start off the morning in a sweater, end up sweating. Oh, yeah, take Lucy out. That's right. I'm hopping off here too. Anyways, Verna, you have a great one. You and Lucy there. Yeah, everyone have a great day. Go out today with purpose. Thanks for joining me on today's random stream. If you join tomorrow, tonight starts Feast of Trumpets. So tomorrow I will be starting the day off with the shofar and a verse. And then other than that, there won't be anything until the stream on Thursday. So you guys have a good one. Be safe. See you, Mr. Landfill, CDB, Verna, anyone else that came in or is in here or watches later. Y'all have a good one.